Home, Chapter 31. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork provided by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to XAA's Tumblr in the description box below. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfiction, as well as check out the previous 30 chapters if you have not yet enjoyed those. I don't know why you would skip to part 31 of all parts, but I do know that YouTube can recommend things in a strange order, so. If you're still listening to this opening, thank you so much, and please comment Intro Squad. Now then, Home, Chapter 31. And don't forget to leave a like. Marinette Dupang Chang. So, what was in the box? Marinette put the final dried plate in the cupboard before turning to answer Kat's question. It was obvious he wanted to know, but there was something attractive about him finishing his work before turning his attention outwards. Then again, she might be a little biased, considering he was her boyfriend. Her boyfriend! It still didn't feel real. That, and there's no way she, Ladybug, would have believed someone if they told her she'd say yes to dating Cat Noir, much less without him knowing she's his partner. Crazy! Well, what's crazier is Adrian being Cat. She couldn't blame Tiki for not telling her, but still, imagine how different her life would be had she known earlier. Granted, Plague didn't tell Adrian either, so pros and cons to that, she supposed. Wait, did this mean they liked each other this whole time? Cat liked Ladybug and she liked Adrian? Marinette? You okay? Cat leaned in as she tried and failed to process her realization. They... yeah! Marinette chose to answer him instead of thinking about her epiphany. Picture books! Oh? Which ones? Le Petit Prince, No, they're all in English. English? Grandma decided I should be bilingual by age 5. You're kidding. Marinette looked at him like she was peering over spectacles. Adrian, she began, foregoing his mask, you speak fluent English and take Mandarin lessons. He shrugged sheepishly, but she wasn't sure if it was because she called him by name or pointed out the similarities. Okay, yeah. So, American industrial or European folklore? Hungry, hungry caterpillar. Marinette tapped his bell before pointing to the chase. Want to read to each other? It was easy to interpret the glint in his eye as eagerness. I bet my accent is better than yours. Knowing you, you'll purposely try to narrate as strangely as possible. Meowie. She rolled her eyes at his pun before running downstairs to grab the box. Cat sat on the chase when she returned, so Marinette made the bold move to plop down next to him with the top book and curl into his chest, her head on his shoulder as she tucked her knees in. He stiffened for a moment, hopefully in surprise, before his body relaxed with his smile. His arm slid behind her, resting around her hip, and she could swear he tugged her closer as he shifted. Opening the book, Marinette realized the flutters in her chest didn't belong to butterflies. They were the warm pulses of her heartbeat, matching the temperature of Cat's body. Clearing her throat, Marinette began to narrate. Once upon a time, there was a little princess who lived in a castle far, far away. And so their evening went, one page turn at a time, warm and cuddled in each other's warmth. Except, well, the warmth wasn't just from cuddling. When she noticed Cat fell asleep on her shoulder, Marinette was overwhelmed with softness for him. It would be nice to keep him there and fall asleep together, but there is a difference between being nice and being good. And so, when the dusk swept darkness over Paris, Marinette woke him up, sending him home with a kiss before anyone noticed he was missing. It wasn't some grandiose, sweeping first kiss. It was as ordinary as any goodbye kiss would be. A mere peck on the lips, but it was memorable beyond reason. Kat smiled in response, and had felt like they'd done it forever, as though they'd said a goodbye 1,000 times before with kisses. Retiring to bed, Marinette curled up, happiness in her heart and an overgrown kitten on her mind. This was so warm, so tender. No wonder people chased feelings like this and allowed themselves to fall to ruin if it broke. She was dreamy and hot and elated all at the same time, unable to suppress her giggles to the point she half worried her parents might check up on her. She wasn't emotionally ready to deal with the realization that they'd liked each other all this time, so she didn't. Perhaps it turned out this way because of the luck from her Miraculous, or perhaps it was straight destiny. Marinette liked the idea of her and Adrian being destined for each other. It was overwhelming to think about. Kicking her legs, Marinette escaped her blanket, out of breath without exercise. Okay. It's time for bed. Time for sleep. Not time to fangirl over her own life. Good night, world. Good night, life. Good night. Oh. Yeah. She should probably text her boyfriend goodnight, too. Smiling to herself, Marinette typed a small text, sent it, and closed her eyes. Good night, Adrian. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 32 is on the way. If you've listened this far, comment a small text in the comment section. I will catch you in part 32. Bye!